Okay guys, so today we're taking a look at Legion Pulse at the request of somebody through TikTok that wanted us to review the product. And I was kind of blown away. Like, obviously I've seen Legion Pulse before, and I feel like, you know, maybe times have changed to the point where people have advanced and, you know, evolved their pre-workouts, but I feel like their formula used to be so much better. But taking a look at this, they got a graph where they're comparing themselves to pre-gym, C4, Total War, Optimal Nutrition, Gold Standard. None of these I would actually consider to be industry leaders. They may be well known, but you know, it kind of sucks that they're comparing themselves to subpar formulas, in my opinion. So taking a look at their claims: boosts energy, mood, strength, improves blood flow and muscle endurance, enhances muscle growth, and reduces fatigue. So no outrageous claims, which is good. I like seeing just the basics of what you can expect to get from the pre. #1 brand of all natural sports supplements in the world. Over 300,000 customers served and 2 million bottles sold. I mean, that's a substantial number. And even looking at the reviews on Amazon, you know, they have 13,295 reviews with a 4.5 star average, which, you know, that's great. People take it and they love it. I'm just wondering what demographic is buying this. And, you know, let's break down the formula though. Hold on, I want to go to their website. Pulse is a 100% natural pre-workout drink that enhances energy, mood, and focus, increases strength and endurance, and reduces fatigue. Smooth energy rush and no crash. More stamina, more strength, more focus. Interested in avoiding the dreaded post-workout crash. Now here's the kudos I will give these guys, right? Like, taking a look at their ingredient panel, they use 100% natural sweeteners and flavoring. And that's difficult to do, especially when you have a bigger dose. Like, people praise us for how well our pre tastes, but we use artificial flavoring, artificial sweeteners to get there. Like, our greens actually taste really good. We use natural flavoring and natural sweeteners in that, but it was difficult. And there's not as much in that scoop. It's a 6-gram scoop compared to a 16-gram or a 23-gram. Once you start getting up there, and some of these ingredients, these pump ingredients like citrulline malate, are very bitter to taste, and it becomes difficult to disguise them or to cover up that awful aftertaste. So if this tastes good, then kudos to them, because there's a reason why a lot of people opt not to go the natural sweetener and natural flavoring route. But let's take a look at the actual supplement facts panel. So this is saying that you got 2 scoops at 23.76 grams. So this one's different than the review that we just did. The website from Amazon is off by a small amount, 23.7 versus 23.6. But like I said, taking a look at it, you got 23.76 grams per scoop. Now that's the first thing that I kind of caught onto was if the container is 23.76. So taking a look at this, you got 1 serving size is 2 scoops. And the grams on that serving are 23.76. So the first thing I normally do is I'll go through and I check the active ingredients, everything, including the calcium, sodium, potassium, and we add that all up and see where it comes in. Generally, you'll come in within, you know, 2 to 3 grams of the formula, which means that the additional 2 to 3 grams, or like 10% of the formula, would go towards the flavoring or the sweetener or whatever else, those other non-listed ingredients. So if I go through and I add up all of the active ingredients along with the sodium, the calcium, the potassium, it comes out to roughly about 14.5 grams. So that means that there's like 8.5 grams of other ingredients in here that they're using to either disguise taste, disguise flavor, who knows what else, right? I see like they have silica in here. They also have sea salt as other ingredients. So that's a concern. That's a pretty big variance. But let's break into it. So you have 148 milligrams of calcium, you have 230 milligrams of sodium, you have 345 milligrams of potassium. They use sodium citrate, which means that this thing, it's gonna have some pressure behind it. You shake it up in your shaker, you pop it, you're gonna probably hear the right? Sodium citrate, I'm not a huge fan of. I prefer, honestly, like pink Himalayan salt, something like that that's loaded with a bunch of other minerals. It's great for antioxidants, things like that. Plus, in my opinion, it just gives you a better pump. Now, looking at the main ingredients, they do give you 8 grams of citrulline malate in a 2-to-1 ratio. So you break that down, that means you're roughly getting about 5 grams of citrulline and roughly 3 grams, a little bit less, 2.5 grams of the malic acid attachment. Now, some people prefer citrulline malate over regular citrulline because it has been shown to improve nitric oxide, and it also has been shown to increase strength, performance output. But like I said, don't get it confused though. In this, you're technically not getting 8 grams of citrulline. You're only getting roughly 5.5. Next ingredient, they give you carnosine, it's a trademark version of beta alanine, 3.6 grams of that, which is well over the healthy dose. I like 3.2. Going over it, you know, that's perfectly fine. And it's a great ingredient. Like, I personally like taking it. I like feeling the tingles kick in 15 minutes after taking it, because then I know it's time to go to work. This one you're definitely gonna feel the tingles with, and it's gonna help you with reducing onset muscle fatigue, to help you get a little bit more endurance in, so you're gonna be able to get maybe a few more reps per set, and you're gonna recover a little bit more efficiently in between your sets. Then you have betaine anhydrous in here at 2.5 grams. So they give you well over the dosage of betaine, and that's a great strength ingredient. We have it in Pre-V2. It's a great osmolyte, it's great for strength, it's great for power, explosiveness, things like that. Now, they give you 350 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. To me, that's too much. I don't like going over 300. Personally, they recommend if you go over 275, that's when you start to experience vasorestriction, which is gonna be counterproductive to pump, which is why you have so much citrulline malate in this formula. So I don't like the fact that they give you 350 milligrams of caffeine. Now, they even say in here that, you know, if you don't want that crash at the end of your workout, you know, interested in avoiding the dreaded post-workout crash at 350 milligrams, I honestly gotta say, I'm pretty sure that's gonna make me crash. Now, they do give you 350 milligrams of L-theanine, which is a mood enhancement. It helps calm people down. So maybe in their minds or in their eyes, that will help alleviate some of that crashing effect and smooth out the ride of caffeine. I'll be honest with you, we used to use theanine in our previous pre. I never experienced that. Like, if we went too high in caffeine, theanine never really leveled it out. I would always get the crash, and I get that anxious feeling too once I get too high in stimulants. Now, they also give you alpha size GPC, 50% at 300 milligrams, which is a good healthy dose, and that's mainly for focus. And I'm gonna say it again, as I've said in other pre-workout reviews, like, alpha size GPC has been used and used and used. It's been around, it's true and tried, but you know, as the industry continues to evolve, there's new ingredients that are hitting the market that, in my opinion, are more powerful, right? And with nootropics, that's something I'm always looking for. Since I'm lower on stims, I want something that's gonna get me dialed in the gym. I want something that's gonna get me laser focused and locked in so I can get that great mind-muscle connection. So, you know, that's the biggest thing I see happen with people when they go in the gym and they start going through the motions and they compromise form and stuff like that. If you have a great focus ingredient on you, then you can just stay dialed in to where you're focused. And it's like, man, if I'm working bicep, I want to connect with that bicep and ensure that it's the only muscle I am utilizing. I don't want my back taking over. I don't want my shoulders taking over. I don't want my traps engaged. You know, I want to focus on the core muscle that I'm trying to work out to help it grow. So with that being said, alpha size, decent dosage. I personally want to see other trademarked nootropic ingredients in some pre-workouts. Like, let's go. Time to evolve, baby. Let's make it happen. There's only 6 active ingredients in this formula, and that's the thing I just can't get over. So you're gonna get 21 servings for roughly $40. Not that that's a bad price for that amount of servings, but you would expect to see more in that serving scoop, right? Like, if you compare it to that of Ascend It, we have 10 active ingredients in here. We have 3 ingredients, 4 ingredients focused on just pump alone. I'd like to see more diversity in the formula. Like I see what they're doing, they're going after pump, they're going after endurance, they're going after strength, they're going after, you know, energy, they're going after focus, but they have one ingredient attacking each. I find it better if I'm gonna go after, you know, a formula where they're trying to attack all those different things, but they only have one ingredient doing each of it. You're not gonna get the best effect from that pre. It's almost like thinking about going after a niche market. Like a business is gonna focus on a niche. They're not gonna try and shotgun out and hit everybody within the market. They go after a specific demographic. So the pre's that I find I get more out of is like a pre that's gonna be focused on like pump and focus. If that's their 2 focuses, right, you're gonna get that out of it because they've got multiple ingredients in there attacking different pathways to give you the result you're looking for. So this one, I mean, it's a decent ingredient, it's a decent formula. I would say it's for a beginner. It's for someone who is health conscious and afraid of the artificial sweeteners and things like that. Like, this is a great all natural route to go. But for the money, I would definitely say that there are a lot better alternatives out there for the same, if not less of a price point. So I give this formula an overall B-. You know, you have to go off of what the reviews say, and I think that they've done a great job of marketing their product and going after that all natural feel to where they've got a loyal following, you know, and people love the product. So it is what it is.